Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Marianas Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth. Thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. The plane. New air service to the island of Rota takes first flight. Also, tonight, after new air service to Rota, we hear of reduced air service from Korea and possibly China. And a wave of protesters across the nation used the Easter weekend to exercise their rights. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
I love Marianas coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Hafaday Zantero. On behalf of the Northern Marianas Humanities Council, you're invited to join us for your Humanities Half Hour, Thursdays at 7 p.m. here on KSPN2. We take a look at the humanities issues of interest to you and our community. Join us as we navigate the human experience together on your Humanities Half Hour, Thursdays, and replayed on Saturdays at 7 p.m. and on YouTube at 670 Humanities.
McDonald's meets the Minecraft universe with 6 new collectibles in a Minecraft movie meal.
Hafaday, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth. You are watching the Channel 2 News on April 21st from our studio high up on Capitol Hill. New flight service to Rota kicked off this morning with 2 maiden voyages taking off from Saipan International.
Call it a soft opening or maybe a soft landing today as new service to the delicious island of Rota started with a new plane and a small ceremony at the Max hangar in Saipan.
1, 2, 3. Congratulations.
John and Paula Stewart have long transported packages between the Mariana Islands. Now some of their cargo will need seatbelts as passenger service starts today with the intro flight and then begins tomorrow with regular service.
It's nice to see that this endeavor is getting off the ground, and so we're very excited. We're very hopeful that it would be sustained, and I have no doubt that Mr. Stewart will get this thing done, and it's an additional service, a badly needed additional service to our island's connectivity.
Takeoff from Saipan was smooth, and then a little run by Tinian and a dart over Goat Island, and soon we are touching down on beautiful Rota. John Stewart made the first flight over, riding next to his son Sam, who will be one of the everyday pilots.
He's a very competent pilot, feel very safe and very nice.
First flight, what were some of the things you were thinking about on the way over here?
Not a whole lot, to be honest. It was a smooth ride. Air conditioning was good. We wanted to, make sure the passenger comfort was there, and it was. So we had the aircon going. It was almost got too cold at one stage, but it was good.
Pretty exciting. Get the new caravan up and going, EX. So yeah, it's going to be fun. Getting Rota and back, see how it all goes, and yeah, really looking forward to it. It's going to be nice.
After landing on Rota, we are greeted by the mayor with a welcome delegation.
This is something that our people have been wanting and needing, and we're very, very excited to welcome Micronesian Air to begin and launch their flights.
It's giving me goosebumps right now. It's been a long time that we have, an additional flight, for our island of Rota, and especially now with the economic situation. This is very, this is a very positive outlook for us.
Schedules and ticket information can be found at flymax.com. For the Channel 2 News, this is Chris Nelson.
Good news, but on the other hand, air service from Korea will soon drop to less than half of normal levels of service. And it appears the Customs and Border Patrol are currently not processing Chinese citizens' travel paperwork, which could also put our Hong Kong flights at risk.
MVA's Jamaica Tyron says Jeju has suspended their night flights and T-Ways will not fly at all for about a month.
April till mid-July, they're completely suspending their nightly flights. So they're only going to have one afternoon flight from Jeju. T-Way has also informed us that it is a low peak for them, so in June they're going to also suspend their flights. I think it's about June 9th to July 9th or something like that.
Flights from Hong Kong are also in jeopardy. Chinese tourists have previously been allowed to come to the NMI without a U.S. visa, first under a parole-in-place program and now under the EVS TAP system. But what used to take a couple of hours to process appears to have stopped, meaning no answers or travel paperwork for tourists who want to come visit.
Recently, we've gotten reports that people who are booking, Chinese citizens who are trying to come into the CNMI under the EVS TAP program have not received a determination on their electronic travel authorization, either approved or declined. They've just not received any status update. The normal process, it states on the website, is 5 days. But in the past, people have gotten their approvals within like a couple hours. But at this point, we're at day 15, and we still have not gotten any determinations.
Tyron says without answers, not much can happen.
What's going on? We want to know what's the status of the program, really. And if it's going to be delayed, if there's a delay in vetting, then we need to know that as well so we can adjust. But right now we have not gotten any information, and it's quite worrisome for the Hong Kong Airlines flight because it is heavily booked with Chinese.
Would they fly is this going to affect flights? Would they cut that flight, or what are they saying?
Yeah, the chances are that if we don't get determination soon, then they won't be able to fill the planes. And if that is going to happen, then the flights will likely be suspended.
In court news, a 36-year-old Carolinian man has been arrested for dealing crystal meth.
Bail set at $100,000 today for Alvin Jacob Iguel Blas, charged with trafficking a controlled substance. Police say a controlled buy went down in Chalin Lao Lao. That was back in February. And then they did a second buy that happened on March the 4th. Blas has been ordered to return to court for a preliminary hearing, and that is currently set for April the 30th.
A 32-year-old man has been arrested on charges that include sexual assault.
Bail's been set at $50,000 for Raymond C. Villagomez. Police are investigating a number of reported incidences involving Villagomez and underage victims. A preliminary hearing is scheduled in this matter for April the 30th, and an arraignment has been scheduled for May the 5th. Villagomez has been ordered to surrender all travel documents.
Coming up on Easter weekend, protests in America and on Saipan focus on the restoration of democratic rule. And, oh, Canada, our true north, strong and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Stay tuned, you should see this.
We said we'd never break the 3-second rule. We'd never make a separate dinner. And never do that. We'd never let them sleep in our room. And never become a minivan mom.
Hey, Chris. Okay, well, I'm not at my desk right now.
As parents, we say never a lot, but never happens. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
At Marianas Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
But I think of you sometime. Want to spend some time with you. Just the two of us.
Welcome back. You're watching the Monday night edition of the Channel 2 News. It was a non-traditional Easter post on social media this weekend as the Trump administration is starting to see some pushback on a number of controversial policies that it has enacted. In his Easter statement on Truth Social, the President of the United States started off with a traditional Easter message, but then used the platform to attack, saying, quote, "Happy Easter to all, including the radical left lunatics who are fighting and scheming so hard to bring murderers, drug lords, dangerous prisoners, the mentally insane, and well-known MS-13 gang members and wife beaters back into our country," unquote. Now, the Trump administration is now under fire for mistakes made in deporting accused illegals to El Salvador without legal due process. As of April 17th, Trump has signed 5 bills and 130 executive orders freezing up funding for universities, attacking law firms, cutting humanities funding, and leaving global environmental groups as well as the World Health Organization. On Saturday, across the United States and beyond, tens of thousands of citizens marched in response to tariff impositions that have shaken the world economy. Now, on Saturday afternoon, along Beach Road in Saipan, protesters led their voices to the hue and cry. Cody Race.
We're a democracy, and a republic is simply how America has implemented that democracy. By a democracy, we vote for our representatives and they make the laws. That's how a republic works. How a republic doesn't work is that we vote for people and they do not follow the laws that they've made.
Jeff Race.
We are out here as part of kind of the series of hands-off rallies, protests that you've seen around the United States. And when we saw that that was going on, we thought that people should have an opportunity to make their voices heard here in the Northern Mariana Islands. And so we're out here exercising our First Amendment rights of free speech. For myself, I feel that Trump idolizes the dictators. His good friends are in Europe are Orban, and in South America is Bukele, and in Russia it's Putin. And in China, he likes Xi and the North Korean dictator. And, he really has disdain for democratic leaders. He doesn't really respect them the way and this is what he wants. He wants to be the dictator of America.
We in America have safeguards against imperial rule, beginning with the 3 branches of government: the executive, the judicial, and the legislative.
The Republican Party has abdicated their place in American society. They're all scared. We watched Lisa Murkowski give an interview just today where she's just talking about how she is scared to speak out and the Republicans are scared. But really, the Republicans are really the only ones who can save us now.
Our Republican governor and congressional delegate have some tough navigating through these choppy waters.
It's very disheartening. It's very unfortunate that we lost that grant. But we're going to be doubling back and perhaps writing to NEH to ask them for a consideration. At the same time, we're also going to try to talk to the legislature to see if they can source some funding in the meantime to our humanities program.
It's incredibly frustrating because things are changing rapidly. Executive orders are coming faster than they can be printed sometimes, and that creates a lot of uncertainty, and we just have to figure out how to best navigate.
Attorney Michael White, Democratic Committee member.
I don't think we've seen the bottom yet. It's going to be one atrocity after another. Trump is out for himself and his buddies. He's going to do his very, very best to screw the poor people, the brown and the black people of this country, the disadvantaged people, the people who don't have the resources to resist him and his minions.
These are arguments not only about political policy, but more importantly about political process. So what do our friends and neighbors think about new international tariffs and the U.S. flexing its muscles around world trade? Our Sakurako Halstead heads to Canada and finds that the new policies are convincing Canadians to buy local.
The United States administration has placed tariffs on many foreign countries in the last few weeks. Tariffs are taxes levied on goods crossing national borders, typically by the importing country. 40-year resident of Osoyoos, British Columbia, Canada, Barbara Stevens shares her perspective on it.
Everything that's going on, really you have to be so savvy, I think, and to know exactly what's happening next and what it really means. I mean, it all has to do with numbers and trade, and the downside is that it has divided people even further, I think. The upside is it has made us way more conscious of our own country here in Canada, and has sort of sparked a little bit more, what is that thing when you feel proud of your own country? You know, and that's been a good thing. I think there's going to be some really good things that come out of that, just being, and people wanting to shop local now and support their own country, which I think is a really, really good thing.
Buying locally can promote a sustainable society and is practiced in the CNMI. An example is the Sabalu Market offering fresh local goods every week. Stevens adds how she feels about the current administration beyond the imposed tariffs.
I think it's pretty scary. I think the thing, if it was just tariffs, that would be one thing, but the rhetoric coming out of the American president about wanting to be the king of the whole world and own every country, and that's, I think, is the most disturbing. You know, like we're the closest, right? We don't want to be part of the U.S. We're a separate, individual, sovereign country. We want to stay that way, right? And so that's the biggest stress.
From Canada, I'm Sakurako Halstead for KSPN2 News.
Coming up in sports, it's not really sports, but at Saipan International, the very, very sharpest of travelers arrives on our island. Welcome to Saipan. Stay tuned.
Fast, fun, and easy. That's how your home Wi-Fi should be. So start with an internet plan that fits your budget. Introducing your home Wi-Fi starter pack, also known as WISP. Enjoy up to 25 megabits per second for as low as $35 a month, plus a free router with your wireless subscription. That's hours of movies, games, social media, and more endless fun. Get your Wi-Fi starter pack today only at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Additional conditions may apply.
Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, desserts, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style. Premium office space available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park on Capitol Hill. Upgrade your work-life balance and enjoy a distinctive blend of location and nature with open spaces and ocean views. It's the perfect place for creative professionals who want real results. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
Dreams since like baby, I've been joining forces with the likes of an A-team. Jumping off of buildings used to be so stimulating. Now I'm reaching new heights, I'ma need the off-whites. Play with the fire, you get burned. All of my struggles became lessons well learned. I got desires that keep me grounded, that's for sure. Cause one day we gon' make it out this earth, where's your worth?
The king is back like prodigal. I gave him time, it's been too long. Politic, if I want it, I'ma get mine. Never fake the funk, can't perform for your empire. Snatch him out the throne, make them all fall in line. I let the clock tick, count down, cause I'm the headline, the deadline. Big time. I'm ahead time, the rare kind. Big time. I'm a living legend, lethal weapon, mastermind. Big time.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas, sports fans. At the onset of Easter weekend, plane loads of visitors, new and old, unknown and very known, arrive on our sandy shores. Our Jason Sanchez greets them as they box and wrestle their luggage upon arrival. Shinarp. Andres Hallowby is arriving home from Guam after receiving some disappointing news.
No, I came to do the ASVAB for the military. So, but we had to go back because I didn't really pass it. But I will do my best next time. Yeah. So you're gonna keep trying. Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying. Hey, don't give up.
Andres plans to become a Marine.
Well, it's always been my goal, and also I'm a fisherman. I'm a diver, so I love fishing and I love ocean. So yeah, that's why I joined the Marine too.
Yeah, thank you and good luck.
Thank you too. Thank you too. How's it? Good?
Margaret, Vivian, and Taya have arrived on Saipan from the beautiful island of Guam for a one-day spa treatment for, not unlike a Shakespearean trio, Bubble, Bubble, Toil, and Trouble.
We're here for a one-day trip.
A one-day vacation.
Yeah.
We're here for the spas.
Pampering, yes.
Yeah.
And do some sightseeing for her because she hasn't been here for 30 years.
I'm excited.
Me too. I love visiting Saipan. I come here every month.
Yeah.
I always come back.
All right, that's good. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy your trip.
Thank you.
Benjamin Green has arrived from Guam via Hawaii. His scuba gear is traveling with him.
We're a company based out of Hawaii and California, a commercial diving company. So we're here doing some underwater inspection work for the next week or two.
This is Ben's first time on Saipan or on Guam. He was offered a job in the tropics and leapt happily into deep water.
I really just love the culture. Everybody's so welcoming. Right here, came up with a camera and asked with a smile if I wanted to be on the news. So, everyone just, as long as you're respectful, everybody will take care of you. And that's something it's harder to find on the mainland. We have the next couple of days off before we have to get to work, and someone told us about a place called the Grotto or something like that, a dive site, and we're divers, so we were thinking about going on scuba and going to see that site, so pretty stoked about that.
All right. Anything else you'd like to say?
No, that's it, man. I'm stoked to be here. Thanks for the interview.
All right, thank you, and welcome to Saipan.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
And rounding off our flight from Guam is that 500 Sales Executive Director June Coleman soaring in from Guam? Where's his proa? And who is that? Is that Frank the Crank Camacho and Mrs. Crank? How did he get through customs with the sharpest blades by Crank?
Born on Guam, but raised here in Saipan, and nice to be back home. And I got my whole fam here. And it's kind of wild, right? Because now it's the crank, when the cranks travel, it's a party of 6. So it was fun. It was a good trip. Just coming back for Easter. Man, my mom and dad are they've been always asking about the grandkids, and then the grandkids always asking about grandma and grandpa. So what best way Easter time? Let's just come back and hang out. So we take a nice little trip and just reconnect with the fam. I mean, just staying busy, right? Got the business going, got the jiu-jitsu with all my kids, and still training and still doing all of the above. Just trying to stay busy. Nothing like home. Man, we gotta go check out all the spots. We're gonna go to Grotto, go to Bird Island, and then most especially go hang out in Dandan. The village so nice, they named it twice. Hey, have a good day.
You too, sir. Thank you. Welcome home. Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you. I hope that was all right.
Yeah. No, you're good. Everything's, thank you.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. In continuing drought conditions, tonight only partly cloudy with a 20% chance of isolated showers. Only slight breezes and a low of around 79 degrees. Tomorrow, Tuesday, also dry with only a 10% chance of isolated rainfall, with highs near 88 and lows near 79 degrees. The sun has set at 6:30 p.m. tonight and will rise tomorrow at 5:59 a.m., but not before the local forest rooster looks at his watch and notices that the sun has begun rising well before the usual 6 a.m. He then complains loudly that the sun is not allowing him to get his usual pre-6 a.m. beauty rest by cockle-doodle-doing his poor chicken family awake. And I will see you in the water or on the land. Well, that's news, sports, and weather, CNMI. We will see you again on Wednesday.